Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of 3 Random Books, 3 Universal Card Tarot Reading. All right? That's right, everybody. 3 random books, 3 tarot cards that I pull from the Kim Cran's Wild Unknown Tarot deck. And each card, 3 cards, 1 card attributed to the book as the spirit speaks to me. And I'm going to get right into it today. I got some exciting books. First book is this one right here. And like I said, in the description, video description, I'll leave the book title, the author, etc., all the particulars. And this is a book by L. Ron Hubbard, Dianetics, the original thesis. In fact, this was what pretty much started his, I guess, self-help career or career as a prophet, however you want to view L. Ron Hubbard. So, as always, as in the previous editions of 3 random books, I'll read a little bit from each book and then discuss the card that's been pulled for that book. So here we go. All right. The entire purpose of the auditor is to rehabilitate the basic dynamic, the 4 dynamics, and the normal purpose or profession of the individual. Thank you for your patience. It's a little technical difficulty. So here we go. Moving right along, folks. And anything implanted by positive suggestion or education in the course of therapy is harmful and must be canceled if delivered. Only the basic personality of the individual can decide and evaluate things in his environment. Therefore, hypnotism, as practiced with positive suggestion, is shunned, since any and all hypnotic commands with the attendant forgetter mechanisms are no more than artificially implanted engrams. Indeed, it is quite usual for the auditor to have to exhaust hypnotically implanted material received either from some hypnotist or from the individual's analytical mind itself when he is operating under self-control. Hypnotism as such does not work, and a study and short practice in Dianetics will reveal exactly why. The auditor is attempting to delete the reactive mind from the individual. This reactive mind is an infestation of foreign, careless, and unreasoning commands which disrupt the self-determination of the individual to such an extent that he no longer has charge through his analytical mind of the organism itself, but finds himself under the continual and chronic orders of unseen, never reviewed exterior forces, often and usually antipathetic to the survival of the organism. Engrams, spelled E-N-G-R-A-M-S, engrams, deal with identities where no identities exist. They therefore pose many strange and irrational problems which are seen as aberrations in people. If a human being has been born and not cleared, he can be supposed to have at least 1 engram. Anyone who has a birth which has not been cleared by therapy has therefore a reactive mind. There is no disgrace attached to having a reactive mind, since it was thrust without his consent and without his knowledge upon an unconscious and helpless individual. All right, and that was just a sample of reading from the first book that was pulled or presented itself as the spirit, as the spirit leads. And the card associated with this book is the 9 of Wands, and that's from the Kim Cran's Wild Unknown. pocket size. I have the pocket size edition of that book. And Nine of Wands. As nines usually imply your journey is near completion, but on this final stretch, you find yourself growing weary. Doubt and fear are running through your mind. The Nine of Wands asks you to rally your confidence and realize how far you've come. Lift your eyes and take a few more steps. Soon, all your hard work will start to pay off, right? And that was the card associated with that first book. Now we're going to move right on to the second book. And as I said, this is these cards associated with the books. Leave that up to the viewer, however they want to associate the cards and the books and their meanings. It could be past three. It's like based on the three universal tarot card pool: past, present, future. Mind, body, soul, subconscious, conscious. Whatever works for your personal system. I'm not trying to dictate, what your system of symbology is. Moving on to the second book. And actually, this is the second time this book has appeared in the three random books. So sometimes not so random, but sometimes that's the way life is. There can be a theme that plays out. Hopefully, it's not the same as what it was last time. Let's see. So let's see. And I'm going to read a little bit from this book. And this book is The Dragon Doesn't Live Here Anymore. It's a book by Alan Cohen. All right, so read from this. Let's see. The truth, we discover, cannot be found in a book. How ironic. We may find words and descriptions of the truth in a book, but not the whole truth. For the whole truth is fathomless, ever free of containment, confinement, or conformity. There was a monk in Ireland named Alanus, that's spelled Alanus, Alanus, I guess how you pronounce it, who was revered and sought after for his great wisdom. One spring, he was invited to the University of Paris to address the student body. After his lecture, one of the students approached Alanus and asked him if he would speak the following day on the subject of the Trinity. Certainly. I'm just dramatic license I took with the possibly how Alanus sounded. But probably more like, sorry, well, I don't know. I never heard an Irishman say certainly before. They've always got some kind of like 2 or 3 meanings to whatever they're saying. So anyway, Alanus agreed, and he set out along the banks of the Thames River to prepare his discourse. As he was pondering, Alanus noticed a little boy repeatedly dipping a bucket in the water and dumping it on the shore. Curious, he asked the child, "What are you doing?" "I'm emptying the entire river onto the shore," the boy explained. Laughing, Alanus told him, "Oh, don't be silly. You will never be able to empty the river like that." Looking Alanus straight in the eye, the child answered, "And neither can you explain the Trinity in the words of a lecture." And that was pretty cool. And the tarot card associated with this book, The Dragon Doesn't Live Here Anymore. This book here by Alan Cohen. The card is the Father of Cups. And let me tell you what the Father of Cups is all about. Okay? Let's see. Father of Cups. Bear with me here and I'll read what that card's all about. Father of Cups. Where are you, Father? Where are you, Father of Cups? And again, Kim Cran's really interesting tarot card deck. She doesn't use the traditional like kings, queen, the suit symbols, like how they do in the weight rider weight tarot deck. So she substituted or used members of a family, like the Father of Cups, Son of Cups, Daughter of Cups, Mother of Cups. And it's not necessarily a literal, symbol or depiction or reference to like a literal family member, but more so somebody who symbolically appears in your life in this role. So the card associated with the dragon doesn't live here anymore book is Father of Cups. And let me read you what that card's all about. The Father of Cups has a truly unique and dynamic personality. He's the most feminine of all the fathers within the tarot, and usually a patron of the arts. He's a dignified man who supports his family and community. The only thing holding this man back are his deeply rooted insecurities. They are vast and affect his personality in many unpredictable ways. Alrighty, and that was a description. I read the description of the card Father of Cups. Moving on to the third book in the 3 random books is this book. It's Fire in the Head, Shamanism and the Celtic Spirit by Tom Cohen. And let's see what we have here. And the card, oh, well, I think that's the card associated with this book is Death. One of the major arcana, I believe, Death. So, and the section I'm going to read a little bit from this book, and then I'll read what the card's all about, and we'll wrap this episode. I believe this is what, episode 11 or 12 of 3 random books, Universe Tarot card reading. All right, so on the River Boyne in Ireland is a prehistoric tumulus or mound, 338 feet in diameter and 30 feet high, covering 1 acre. Its entrance opens towards the southeast. The stones at the entrance to the mound and on the structures within are carved with a mysterious triple spiral design. After passing through the entrance, you proceed down a 62-foot long corridor that varies from about 5 feet to 8 feet in height and is about 3 feet wide. At the end, you are standing in a chamber with a corbelled ceiling about 20 feet high. At the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, light from the rising sun would beam down the entry corridor and shine in your eyes. On each of the 3 sides of the central room is a smaller recess containing a stone with a shallow oval basin. What they were used for is a mystery. The shallow bowl-like stones might have been sarcophagi or coffins. Ooh, that ties right in with the death card. The entire mound at Newgrange, like similar ones found in Western Europe, might have been used for burial purposes, initiation ceremonies, into pagan religion mysteries, or something else altogether. Well, alrighty, that was from the book Fire in the Head, Shamanism and the Celtic Spirit. Again, the card associated with that book is the Death card from the Kim Krans Tarot deck. And let me read what that card's all about according to her system. I have the pocket size. Comes in a little tin carry thing. Where are you, Death? Oh, where are you? When I go looking for you, I can't find you. Oi, Death, where are you? Oh, there you are. Oh, I found it. I found Death. All right. Closure, transformation, Death. That's the card there. She did her own artwork. Apparently, the how this tarot deck came about. She is a self-confessed person who has like very severe adult attention deficit disorder, and that the only way she could ever sort of focus or calm down was like through doodling. And so anyway, that's how she just started doodling all these images. So Death, here we go, Death. Like, you're probably bored to death with this episode already with my extreme amounts of rambling, but here we go. Moving right along, shall we? Hip, hip. No one loves the sight of the Death card in a reading. We spend most of our lives denying death altogether. So when this card appears, it's easy to get frightened or think it's bad. Bad. Like bad humor. Don't let the drama distract you from the message. Something in your life needs to end, like this episode of 3 Random Books. It needs closure. This will happen voluntarily or involuntarily. Either way, you will feel a positive transformation begin after the initial forms of suffering have passed. Well, you, my good audience, your suffering is at an end. That was that was the 3rd book in the 3 Random Books. And, you know, as I said once before, many times before, I'll leave the titles of the books, the tarot card associated with the book, and the video description. And I hope everyone's having a great, wonderful day. Namaste.